Spoiler alert, I'm going to be talking and showing key moments from Outlast 2, so I recommend that you go play it, then come back and watch this video. With that being said, I hope you all enjoy. The message of Outlast 2 is regret, but also about learning to forgive. At the start of the game, you're introduced to our two main characters, Blake and Lynn Langerman, a husband and wife that investigate strange things that go on in the world around us. They are taking a helicopter to investigate a supposed murder when their helicopter starts to lose control. When Blake awakes, we are in a school where a random girl appears, and now you get a hint at that regret that I was talking about. As you progress through the game, you get to see glimpses at Blake's past. We learn that he had an old friend named Jessica that he went to school with, and Father Loudermilch, your stereotypical creepy priest, tries to take advantage of Jessica by forcing you to leave her behind. But this is where Blake makes his choice: leave Jessica behind or go back and save her. Blake, who all his life has had to run, maybe, just maybe, he can make the choice, we can make the choice to fight back and not feel afraid or regret what is behind us. But no matter if Blake goes back for her or not, she is ultimately killed by Father Loudermilch. Blake still feels as if it's his fault that she died, and to make matters worse, he also never told anybody about what happened that night, so Father Loudermilch ended up getting away with it. Throughout the game, you are introduced to a variety of characters, but I'm only going to talk about the main ones. You got your two main characters, Blake and Lynn. We play the game through Blake's point of view. Not much to say about Lynn. She's sort of the damsel in distress in this game. She's also pregnant with Blake's child, which happens to be the child that the heretics want to raise to bring the end of days. The heretics are led by a woman that goes by the name of Val. She pretty much just tries to seduce Blake the whole game and captures Lynn to protect the baby. But there's also another group called the Church of Noth, or the Followers of Noth. Either or works. They're led by Noth, a ruthless, God-fearing Christian who will do whatever it takes to stop the heretics and to stop the end of days. Noth is also accompanied by Nick and Laird. They come in a pair, and I'll talk more about them later. Then there's Marta, a 7-foot-tall witch who is also in cahoots with Noth. She claims to be able to talk to God and thinks her mission is to kill the father of the child, Blake. Now I'm going to talk about the gameplay because each mission is visually refreshing.
God! Fuck!
Nothing really pulls you out of the immersion, not even loading screens. But nothing is perfect, and there is a lack of style with some of the missions and the movement. They end up just being a running and hiding simulator. And listen, I get it, but this is where Blake makes his choice: leave Jessica behind or go back and save her. The pacing of each mission is almost perfect and advances the story with enough time to let people comprehend what is going on. I think the game looks and plays just like you think it would. Sound design though is just juicy. Like I said before about the movement, I feel like they could spice it up a little bit more, like adding something as little as throwing things to distract attackers. Although, I do love the night vision camera in both games. I think it's like a little change that separates Outlast from other horror games. My favorite mission in the game is the one where Nick and Laird are chasing you through the woods after you escape the cross. I don't know fully why it's my favorite, but just everything about it is great. The stress of not getting caught, the level design, the fact that he shoots flaming arrows at you is just so different from the other bosses that just chase you and hit you. Not to downplay those things though, because every single chase scene happens to be some of the scariest chase scenes in any game, and while you're just walking around, there's just this uneasy feeling of being watched or followed the whole time. There are about 52 recordings around the world of Outlast 2, and all of those notes have their own story connected to them. I'm telling you, if you take the time to read some of those notes, you will be more invested in the story. I also want to say that I love the hiding in each mission. You keep it fresh by adding a bunch of options, like hiding in a locked room, or a closet, or even underwater, where you have to hold your breath. This was the first horror game that I really fell in love with, and I know the first one was great, and a lot of people might not agree with me about Outlast 2, but I don't care. Outlast 2 made me want to play it over and over again, and find all the recordings, unlock all the achievements. I mean, look at all these achievements. They're all doable as well. Other than the best one of all, you have to beat the game in under 4 fucking hours. I love it though. Games should make you play them over and over again. The best example I have of that is both of the Insomniac Spider-Mans. In the end, this game holds a special place in my heart as my favorite horror game ever. The jump scares actually scare the hell out of me, but when you do replay the game, I highly recommend that you try and get the achievement where you have to beat the game with only 1 battery. Also, if you are one of those crazy people who think that the game isn't scary, then yeah, I recommend you try that and then tell me if it's scary or not. But seriously, I highly recommend this game to everyone looking for a fantastic horror game. Also, I'm going to be trying to unlock all the achievements live on stream soon after this video is uploaded, so go check out my Twitch, link in the description. And if you want to support me, you can by buying this sick Outlast merch, link in the description as well. But for real, thank you guys for watching.